going on YouTube, Gen X? I don't like the sort of idea that, oh, you're black men that are well-to-do, and you're black men that know that they can go off and hop the fence, do so. There's no, well, we know we can hop the fence, but we're still going to stay exclusive to black women. You get this sort of, oh, he knows he qualifies, so he automatically jumps ship. I don't like all that, because the way I see it, you have your segment of black men and your segment of black women that know that they can go off and hop the fence and get something quality. Both groups know that they have their segment that can do so. Here's my problem. In my opinion, I see more black men that know that they can hop the fence still fucking with black women and or exclusively have black women as their number one preference compared to black women that know as well that they can go off and get quality outside the group. I truly do. The way I look at it, your black women that know they can qualify jump ship with more regularity than the black men do. I truly do feel that, considering how I grew up. You know, coming from the burbs, coming from a certain environment. I came from an environment where, typically speaking, the black girls that I grew up with tended to be the ones that knew that they can go off and get with non-black men. And if non-black men were checking for black women, they would be the women that they would be checking for because of their upbringing. So there's no major difference other than the fact that she is black. They had the same sort of environment. Parents had the same sort of resources or whatnot. And like I said, I see those women hopping with more regularity than I see the black men who know that they can hop with regularity and actually get something meaningful. Now, some will say, well, where did you draw that conclusion? I can say from personal observation, but I can also say I drew the conclusion from the complaints. If you look at the complaints that you have heard certain black women say, what are you going to get? Yeah, I got hit on by a cat who had his shit together, but he was kind of corny, he was kind of lame, he didn't have that sort of vibe or swag or tough guy persona that I somewhat like, that I low-key or even high-key like. Now, to me, that's code word for your black man that can go off and date outside the race. That's code word, because typically he's going to be your more educated, polished sort of dude that doesn't have that street guy sort of demeanor or element to who he is. That's code word. So the women are saying, yeah, he approached me, he tried to get at me, but he really wasn't my cup of tea. That's the complaint. So the way I look at it, that's code word for this dude that can more than likely go off and get quality outside the race approached me, but I really wasn't trying to fuck with him at the time. Now, look at the complaints of black men. What is the complaint? Especially from your more well-to-do, I have my affairs together, I may have grown up middle class or upper class. What's the complaint? I don't meet too many black women that have that sort of borderline whitewashed sort of demeanor, where she's not part of that black female engine, she's outside of that, she doesn't fit in with that, the sisterhood or whatnot. Quite frankly, other black women kicked her out because she wasn't black enough, she didn't have that same sort of groupthink mentality. I see black men complaining that those women are not around. And if they are around, I would choose them. Now, that is code word for I don't see too many black women who are into black men who know that they can go off and hop the fence. I don't see too many black women that are the ones that non-black men would say, hey, I want to be with. We're complaining that there's not enough of y'all. How many black men do you see complaining where they're saying, yeah, I got hit on by this chick, or this chick wanted to get at me, but I don't really want her because she's too whitewashed. I don't really want her because she doesn't fit with that old girl sisterhood sort of mentality. I don't want her because she doesn't have that element of entitlement or attitude or this sort of Mother Earth sort of mentality. Like, you don't really see too many black men saying that, oh, I threw her away because she wasn't black enough. You don't really see all that. Barring that, she's somewhat attractive. You don't see that at all. That's not the complaint that black men are making. So the way I see it, you look at the complaints and it's kind of like, well, where are the women at? Where are the women that are the ones that don't fall within that category? And they're off because they know they qualify. It is what it is. The black women that I went to high school with, that I went to college with, some of them that I went to graduate school with, or even some of them that I've worked with, I'm going to keep it real with you. 90% of the ones that had that sort of almost non-typical black girl personality or persona weren't with black men. Even now, I got a chick in my program, cool chick. She doesn't fit in with that sort of black girl mentality, and she's not fucking with black men at all. Because she knows she can qualify. Now you look at black men, and you look at the ones that's like, oh, okay, I know he can qualify. Yeah, you're going to have the ones that know that they qualify, that kind of hop the fence, but then you have your fair amount that's like, yo, I'm still trying to fuck with black women exclusively. And like I said before, this is supported, once again, this is supported by the complaints that black women have made. Oh, he was checking for me, he was cool, but he wasn't my type. He didn't have that sort of rugged component to his game. So to me, the proof is in the pudding. Look at the complaints, and you can see who's checking for who and who's looking for what. So it is what it is. That's my video. Think about it. Let me know how you feel or what you have to say or your opinion, and we'll move on from there. Take it easy. God bless.